I'm William Kumwembe with Business Time. This is a magazine program where we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country. And coming up in the program today, we speak with the Reserve Bank of Malawi Governor MacDonald Mafuta Mwale on Forex situation in the country amid persistent volatility of the local unit, the Kwacha. And also in the program, Salima Lilongwe water project at 35% completion. With these and other stories, stay tuned. Hello and welcome, and my name is William Kumwembe with Business Time. For some time, Malawi has been grappling with acute shortage of foreign exchange. The forex scarcity has had a knock on other aspects of the economy, evidenced by volatility of the local unit, the Kwacha, and shortages in imported essentials such as fuel. Now, the Reserve Bank of Malawi says post-September 16 elections, the forex situation has started to improve. RBM Governor MacDonald Mafuta Mwale spoke to the media to give a brief on the forex situation and ruled out the possibility of another devaluation of the kwacha as some feared. However, Mwale has warned commercial banks that at parallel market trading that the central bank will start to take action. He explains in this interview.
I want to share some news, good news with Malawians. As a central bank, we have observed that there is a lot of goodwill from our development partners towards the new government under the leadership of His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, to the extent that we have seen an increase in foreign exchange inflows, and we project this trend to continue into the foreseeable future. Let me also commend the Minister of Finance, Honorable Mwanamveka, who has had a lot of discussions with almost all the development partners within a very short time that he has been in office. And from those discussions, I can clearly see a lot of goodwill and commitment from our development partners to help Malawi largely on the 4 Fs that we have been struggling with. One being food, foreign exchange, and also fertilizer and fuel. We are also going to continue these negotiations as me and the Minister of Finance are scheduled to leave the country for the IMF World Bank annual meetings, where we hope to continue securing more and more financial commitments to this country. And these are very important for us because as we are developing our own capacity to produce and export, generate forex, we still believe that we need our foreign exchange suppliers, our donors, our development partners who have been helping this country. I therefore come to my conclusion that whatever I see on the ground, yes, it could point to other decisions, but for me, I still see that there is no reason for a devaluation. We will continue as a central bank to work with our commercial banks, to work with our private sector, to make sure that we enhance our capacity to produce and also generate forex for this country. We at the Reserve Bank, however, we expect also to see sanity in the financial sector on the foreign exchange market, where we expect banks to avoid malpractices that would fuel parallel market FX activities, which have got a lot of implications on the prices in Malawi, on the inflation in Malawi. So we expect our banks to really help us to curb this malpractice, to make sure that we are doing our businesses, to make sure that we don't fuel parallel market, FX market activities.
Contractor for the Salima Lilongwe project, Kato Civils, has said construction works on the ambitious project is now at 35%. Project manager Tino Fereli Manza was speaking on Saturday when third-year engineering students from the Lilongwe University of Agriculture and Natural Resources, Luana, visited project sites to appreciate engineering works on the project. According to Mawanza, the project has so far not faced any major challenges since it started. He noted that the government has been supportive in as far as provision of the necessary support is concerned, including Forex for the project. Daunga Sabola was there and now reports.
They are set line shape, they are 7 meters high, they are about 32 meters in.
According to Mawanza, the project has so far not faced any major challenge since it started. He noted that the government has been supportive in as far as provision of the necessary support, including Forex for the project.
At the moment, we are at just about 35% progress, which is well, at par in terms of our programmed or planned, progress, which I would say I'm glad to pronounce that there's no slippage to it. It's not too ahead, but not behind. So we just at par with our planned progress. Critically, the objective is to deliver 100 or a million liters of water to Lilongwe City. That is treated. So our task is then to build infrastructure that abstracts raw water from Lake Malawi. Then we treat it right here at Lifu Water Treatment Plant. Then we transmit it through 120 Ks to Kanengo terminal reservoirs, currently under the administration of Lilongwe Water Board. Jointly, this project, of course, is being administered by the Salima Lilongwe Water Supply Company as the SPV. Yeah, ideally, it is expected to end sometime July 2027. Given where we are and as per contractual agreements, but as you know, of course, it's finance dependent. In the efficiency of getting critical project components being financed in time is key to realizing that date. At this point, no, not so sure in the near future, but at the moment the government has really done their best to make sure that such critical financing of elements of note as scheduled are being taken care of. Such visits are key to national development at large. I just encourage if many other universities who haven't done so, if they can follow suit, because this is a prime opportunity for university students, not only university students, but I would even extend it to even technical or any technical kind of training happening within the country to come and be part of the project as it's being implemented, because once it's commissioned, there won't be probably an extensive opportunity for the students to take note or to learn from what's being done here, as this is quite complex and normally it comes once in a rare time. So should they come like what these students have done, they will benefit a lot in all their own right on the courses that they pursue in their own different aspirations. At this point in time, really, no. We have managed those that come, I would say, typical with a project of this nature, such as material procurement in terms of suppliers, local or regional. But as I say, we came here expecting and knowing the environment of Malawi, so we came prepared in terms of how to mitigate on that.
The visiting students who are pursuing degrees in agriculture engineering, irrigation engineering, and environmental engineering expressed emphasis about the project. One of the students, Cuthbert Nkunga, described the tour as an eye-opener that helped bridge the gap between theory and practical application in large infrastructure projects.
I've learned quite a lot during this trip visit in the coursework partially. We have learned a lot of things on how they are done on the ground than how we are taught in class. And this visit has incited me on how water is being pumped from the source to the consumers, and how they are treated and how they are analyzed during their process of.
The project seeks to increase water availability for Lilongwe City, Salima and Ndowa district for socio-economic development and to strengthen the capacity of Lilongwe City to respond to adverse climate conditions and ensure sustainability of water supply.
Moving on with the program. Local investors will now have an opportunity to invest on global markets following the establishment of an offshore investment offering by Nico Asset Manager. The initiative is expected to boost returns to investing public who will now enjoy portfolios invested in foreign currency. Kumwembe Mangazi examines the effectiveness of the move in this report.
The global investment avenues include equities, bonds, commodities, alternative investments, cash and derivatives similar to local market options. Head of Portfolio and Business Development Manager Tumsime Msimuko says the foreign investment window aims to give local Malawians equal opportunities to invest and grow their wealth in the global space while preserving their capital.
This foreign investment window is about giving an opportunity to our local Malawians to invest in the global markets so that they can have an equal opportunity with how others in the global space are able to invest and grow their wealth and also preserve their capital. So the investment opportunities are available to pension funds, to individuals, to trusts, to companies, and even to groups that can come together, mobilize their resources, and invest as one. So at the moment, being something that is new, something that we are just venturing into, we've got our minimum investment balance of $50,000 per investment avenue. So this could be a pension fund or an individual. But as time goes, as we get used and everything is set up, we'll be able to reduce that minimum balance so that we're able to also to accommodate others that could be interested, but at the moment they don't have that minimum balance that they can be able to invest in. We as the investment experts are the ones that are going to be responsible for advising our clients in terms of where they can invest or what exactly they can invest in. And this is not going to be the same for each and every client. We realize that our clients are unique, their needs are different, so depending on their risk appetite, depending on their situation, we will come up with a tailored investment plan for each individual or for each investor, such that the investments that we recommend for them and that we make for them are suitable for their own personal circumstances.
Gloria Chikuse of United General Insurance, one of the company's clients who attended the meeting, described the offshore investment as very important for diversification.
Okay, this meeting is very, very important. Because what they are offering is a diversification to the investments. So having invested on the stock market and having other investment baskets that we have on the market, the offshore investment is a very good investment because it offers capital preservation, it offers currency preservation, and it is a very good account to grow your wealth. So the most important factor that one needs to consider is the preservation of the investment. As a country, we've gone through devaluation, not once, not twice, but several times. So imagine if someone had an investment of for example, 100 million, it means with time that investment loses value. But when you look at the offshore account, it means you are investing in a real value vehicle where your investment will will be strong. Not only strong, but it will still earn interest. And that is a very, very big growth for the company.
The offshore investment offering was officially launched in March this year. It has transpired that uptake has been slow due to Forex constraints, despite interest being significant with a strong pipeline of pension funds, individuals and companies eager to invest.
Now, the Technical Entrepreneurial and Vocational Education and Training Authority, Tevet, in collaboration with the Malawi Revenue Authority, MRA, has rolled out an online platform designed to streamline the assessment and payment of Tevet levy. The system is called the Tevet Levy Assessment System. It is a digital innovation aimed at improving transparency, accountability, and compliance among employers to contribute to the levy. We have the whole story in this.
Speaking during a stakeholder engagement meeting in Blantyre, Sijuola said the collaboration with MRA was vital in driving operational efficiency and strengthening public trust in the management of the levy.
The event here is very important because we invited the stakeholders, largely companies from both the public and also private sector who pay Tevet levy. As you may be aware, Tevet is a public institution that uses Tevet levy paid by these companies to do a number of things, one of which is to run training programs in Malawi where we equip young people with the skills to enable them to participate in the economic development of this country. So once in a while we do invite our stakeholders, especially those who pay Tevet levy, to tell them the developments in the sector. You know, what is it that we are doing with the Tevet levy that they're paying? How is it benefiting the country? But also how is it benefiting them as individual companies? So today we are highlighting these things, but we also take this time to show them a new system that we are working with when it comes to payment of Tevet levy, which we have developed in conjunction with Malawi Revenue Authority, called the Tevet Levy Assessment System.
MRA Head of Corporate Affairs, Wilma Chalulu, reaffirmed the authority's commitment to supporting Tevet in managing the system and ensuring that taxpayers are well informed about their compliance obligations.
TILAS is an assessment, is a tool, Tevet Levy Assessment System. As you know, MRA, our mandate is to collect revenues on behalf of government. We assess and we collect revenues on behalf of government. So in our mandate, we are also we're mandated to collect what we call non-tax revenues. And Tevet is one such entity that we collect on behalf of Tevet levy. This partnership began in 2015. So as part of our mandate, we in partnership with Tevet, we need to ensure that the taxpayers are well informed about how they can comply with the Tevet levy. And such one way is that they need to know how they can best comply. And we introduced a system that can better help them, because it's called a Tevet Levy Assessment Tool. It was introduced in 2023. So this is one way of just ensuring that the taxpayers are aware of how to use the system. In so doing, we know that we can collect the revenues that we're supposed to efficiently.
Companies such as MacSteel have already reaped significant benefits from the Productivity Enhancement Program PEP initiative. MacSteel Business Development Manager Sweba Pirani says the company has benefited from the initiative through tailor-made training.
Now, in other business news, the Malawi Congress of Trade Unions, MCTU, has said it plans to reach out and train at least 800 young people and workers in vocational skills focusing on renewable solar energy by 2026. The initiative is aimed at enhancing youth empowerment and employability in Malawi's growing green economy and other sectors, including the energy sector. MCTU General Council member Sonjo Kawirama disclosed this during a journalist training session in Bonera under the Zanchito Skills for Jobs program.
Yeah, our project is going on well, and so far we've engaged more than 500 students so far. Some of them graduated, and we're still engaging more. So as far as we're concerned now, the project is not going on well. Not much challenges. I think what we need now is what publicity, and we're going to need more engagement in this regard. Yes, in the past, we that because we are dealing with various state and what colleges, of which in the past they would leave everything to us. But now, as we are engaging by and by, I think all these issues are being addressed. So there's not much of change, but everything's going on well.
Now, Employers Conservative Association of Malawi ECAM Communications and Project Officer Ellen Zwoya Piri underscored the significance of the training for media professionals.
Right now, we enroll them in the technical college, and after that, mainly our role as employers is to ensure that we link them with the industry, where they get hands-on experience for 3 months. So they have stayed in school for 6 months. Aside us working for the students as well as the technical colleges, we are also working with companies whereby we have spaces for instructors, college instructors, to get exposed to the new technologies in the industry. So we had placed some at the JCM Power and others at ESCO.
Well, that story brings us to the end of today's edition of the program Business Time, magazine program in which we bring you major business and economic news stories making headlines in the country. On behalf of the entire production team, my name is William Kumwembe. Thank you for watching, but always remember, if it doesn't make money, then it doesn't make sense. Stay safe and goodbye for now.